What's up? Welcome to another arena tutorial. Today we're going to be going step by step how to win arena games strategically. This isn't going to be like low kill games or anything like that. All of these games I had 10 kills, but we're going to be talking about how to get kills strategically and safely. Let's get it. So this first game I go weather station, next game I'll go lazy and I'll go Holly one game, but when it comes to off spawn fighting, you want to try to get a shotgun before you can fight, but that's not always going to be possible. Really, in off-spawn fighting, it just comes down to whoever can get a better angle and whoever can aim better. I have a tutorial called Mastering a Drop Spot, and if you're struggling off-spawn, I'd recommend watching that. But anyways, after I finish that fight, I just start farming up, start getting my metal up, and my main goals after off-spawn fighting, I need to get full shield, decent mats, and then the most important thing is getting a spaz. This game, the rifts were already taken, and I was nearby zone, so I just started heading to retail to look for a kill. I see this guy, and he has no idea I'm here, so I'm staying a good distance away so that he can't hear my footsteps, and I'm trying to get the jump on him. Sadly, it did not work because he took the zipline away, but I got a lot of good tags on him. And the zone was pulling that way, but I didn't want to get on the zipline because if I followed him on the zipline, he'd get a free beam on me. So I stay down low and use trees as cover and just keep getting good tags on him. But eventually my safety ran out and I get pushed here. Because I didn't get tags on this guy, he probably had more health than me, so I box up and I try to get my heals off. I got the heals off, so at that point I'm just trying to get a tag on him because if I can get the health advantage, I basically know I'm gonna win the fight. Once I get this big pump on him, I just aggress him like crazy. He ran for so long, but eventually I get him. And at that point, the next circle has appeared, so I start heading in. Bouncer down this hill. And when I'm rotating these zones, I'm just looking around in all directions, trying to find people nearby me, because if there's people nearby me, they might try to spray me to get a health advantage and then push me. So as I'm rotating in, I notice this guy basing up and there's extra mats nearby his box, so I push it. And the reason is because if I win this fight, then I get double the loot. Because he just got a kill, so when I kill him, I get both of their loot. And I do kill him, so then I'm more stacked than I had been the whole game. So I see that the zone goes up on top of Stark, and I have all these extra mats down here. And so I start building up like crazy, since I have all these extra mats. And then I just go down, refresh my mats, and I just get on Stark without wasting any movement. So now I'm trying to get into zone, saving as many materials and movement as I can. And I'm looking around for people that could potentially spray at me. And I do get sprayed at here by 2 people. As you can see, when I was getting sprayed at, I like kind of panic built and built all around me. Anytime I do that, I always get pushed. I feel like it's just a thing. Like if you see someone panic building, you push them. So if you panic build on accident, just expect to get pushed. But anyways, I'm fighting this guy and I see him getting sprayed at from the opposite side, and so I spray at him from the other side. And when you're getting sprayed at from 2 sides and you're weak, it's kind of like you're screwed. So I knew I had the free kill there. This guy started pushing me right as I finished that last fight, and I could have ran away from him. I had some movement, but I chose to just stick it out and fight him because I'm better. I end it with a crash pad play straight into his box once I get him weak. It's usually a safe option. He didn't see it coming at all, so it worked out perfectly. And then after that, there's not very many people left, so I'm trying to take note of where everybody is. I'm trying to gather a sense of my surroundings, figure out where everyone is. So now that it's moving zone, I try to get myself in the perfect place to win this. I go all the way towards the edge of zone. That way I only have to watch one side of me. I have the storm on my back and don't have to worry about getting shot from back there, which means I don't have to build as much, and I have a good view of everybody, and I'm on height. So basically this was the freest win. Especially since I had a ton of bouncers and I got these shockwaves. But anyways, I'm just like kind of chilling on the edge here, trying to figure out where everyone is and going for some picks with the AR. I see this guy in this box with nothing over top of him and he's just chilling there. But yeah, I'm just trying to hold height, kind of figure out where everyone is and try to figure out where I can position myself to best win the game. So I see someone over there, he's kind of up on height a little bit. So I get ahead, like way ahead. I want to be on the far edge of zone. And then I chill here for now, get some pressure going. You want to keep pressure on everybody. If people feel pressured, then they'll play a lot worse, especially in arena. Like, people don't know what to do when they're pressured for the most part. That guy's going way up for height, and I take that. Somehow I get this kill, but I'll take it. And then once I see I get the storm pulling in my direction, I get back on height. And I'm going to hold this other guy who's also on height. I hold him and make him drop. He actually impulses his way into storm. But yeah, I'm just keeping pressure on, trying to get him to drop. And now I have height and it's a 1v1. The main thing to take away from that late game is the fact that I try to keep track of where everyone is, and also positioning myself on edge of the safe zone so that I only have to look in one direction to see everybody, and I can save mats by not blocking off my backside. So second game, I land at Lazy Lake. I get this house all to myself, and then after looting it up, I rotate to this smaller house. Somebody landed at the smaller house, so I'm kind of trying to keep a distance away so that he can't hear my footsteps as I approach. By doing this, I would allow myself to get the first tags in the fight, and that usually allows me to win the fight very easily. However, by the time I get there, he already rotated into center, so I follow him up, and there's a psychopath W here. When I see him literally jumping at my face, I know he's going to keep coming at me, so I literally back up and just let him walk into a bad peek, and I get the free dub on him. So after all that is finished and I won my off-spawn fight, of course I get my spaz, and I try to get full shield, and then I start heading into zone. On the way to zone I get pushed from behind though. So I start fighting him and I try to get the first big tag on him. I just utilize all my tips and tricks from the how to fight in arena videos I make. Once I get this big tag on him, he's just running and running like crazy, and eventually I catch up to him. I just try to keep the pressure on so he can't pop any heals, and then eventually I get the kill. After that, I start heading into zone, and I realize that there's people fighting in storm behind me. If you want free kills, this is a really good way to do it. Just storm hold people, especially since I had the next safe zone right next to me. I could just camp here and wait for these guys to come in. Once they come in, I just laser them and they're dead. I still can't believe this guy tried to take a bloom fight with me when he was in storm. He's a controller player. So after that, I just try to get good positioning and circle as far center as I can, and I get a free tag or two on this guy on the way. And there was a dude camping in the bush next to me, which I couldn't believe. It made things a little bit awkward. I had to base up there. I saw multiple good opportunities to push people, however, everybody had good movement, so it was kind of tough. I eventually got one kill here though. So then next circle was pulling, and I started heading in, and I see a guy trailing behind. He's way behind, has a long way to go, and he was coming straight towards me. And so I hide in these old builds and wait for him to expose himself, and it turned out to be a free kill. He didn't really know what he was doing. But arena's really all about taking smart fights. Like, in this fight here, the reason I pushed him, I wouldn't have pushed him without getting any tags, but the reason I did is because there was nobody even close to us. I knew I wouldn't have to worry about getting third-partied. Before taking fights, maybe take a quick scan around to see if there's anyone nearby you, and then if there's not, you can fight a little bit easier. So I got based up in a good spot in zone. I saw someone nearby me and there was no one else really close by, so I push him, and I don't get the kill, but... And I see somebody pulling up and I laser him, so obviously I'm gonna push that. He was literally 1 HP, and I get the quick kill. I started looking for more kills. There really aren't that many people alive, so it's pretty free, and I just started looking for everybody. When you're in a dead lobby like this and you've already gotten max amount of placement points that you can, like I was already in the top 5, you might as well just push everybody if you have the health and the weapons for it. Because you're not going to get any more points for camping to the end, you know? You might as well try to get the kills. These last 2 kills I literally cannot believe. Just watch this. No, God, what have I done? What have I done? Game 3 out of 4, we're back at Weather Station. So we just win the drop spot, and then after that, we go and upgrade to a spaz. Just like before. I I tried to run away because I didn't have a shotgun. However, I saw that he knew I was running away, so I came back and I just had to fight it with no shotty. I'm showing you another game where I start at weather station just because I want you to see how like I get in a rhythm, you know. I win the drop spot, I get a spaz, I rotate. Win drop spot, get spaz, rotate. And that's basically what I do at every spot. This game, the rifts are still here, so I head over there, and usually when I get up there, there's people already there, so I know that I have to be prepared to fight. Maybe I get to take the rifts for free, but in this case, no, I had to fight. The first guy rifts, but I heard another guy shooting at the dude out of the sky, so I looked around and eventually I find him and it's a free kill. It's a great fight to take. Criteria for a good fight to take: 1, have good loot and good health. 2, you are pretty close to zone or else in zone like I am here. And 3, there's nobody around, so you don't really have to worry about a third party. That's like the perfect fight to take. Here's a thing to note: as you can see on the map, the zone is pulling all the way down south. If the zone is ever pulling far in one direction, a lot of times it pulls far in that direction again. Like if it's completely on the south edge of the map, it's probably gonna pull all the way down south again, which it does in this scenario. Also, I just got in a fight, the guy pushed me, and we were over top of water, which is why I build fought so high. Also, I had crash pads in my inventory, so if we got shot out, I didn't really have anything to worry about. So I got pushed by this guy for so long, the fight would not end. We literally ran out of mats. I'm gonna skip ahead to where the fight is over, just because there's nothing to learn from the fight. So at this point, I have no mats whatsoever, and I need a pick, I need a refresh. So I'm trying to find people in Storm that I can spray at. They were fighting over there, but I couldn't get any of them. And then I see these two guys fighting, I try to push in, and I couldn't get either of them either. So at this point I have like no builds, I'm encircled, but I'm shambles as heck. Again, I hear people fighting down this mountain, and so I push over there, and this time I am able to pick up both the kills, and at this point it's just me and one other person left, and so I just gotta vibe out and win. It's just like a 1v1 in Zone Wars. When I'm in a 1v1 in Arena, I just try to picture myself in creative, fighting in Zone Wars for the dub. It helps to calm my nerves by picturing myself in creative. So in this last game, I land at Holly. I don't really get anything at my spawn building, which sucks, so I rotate. And there's somebody at the house I rotate at, which is awkward, so I bounce her to another building. Here I'm able to loot a little bit more, still don't have a shotgun, so I rotate to a house that hasn't been looted yet. And then I get pushed right as I start looting there, but luckily I found a shotgun right as he pushed in and finished up that fight fast. And then I go to upgrade this shotgun just a little bit to prepare for the last fight. And I take out that guy easily. He had a spaz, so I'm chilling. I start to rotate right away. Because I have mats, I have health, and I have a spaz. That's all you need before you rotate. So I head over to the rifts, and I rift over to Salty, and I see two people fighting, and so I have the idea to break them out. It doesn't work, but it's okay. I just take this fight slow since there's two people. I don't want to be the one being a psychopath, because if you psychopath when there's two people fighting, you might get third-partied by the other person. So I just play it slow, wait for angles, I get on height, get the kill, the first kill, and then the second guy is just free after that. One thing to note is as I'm psychoing the second guy, I have my AR out as I phase jump into his box. That way I'm spraying as I'm phasing into his box, and it's just an instant kill. If you spray with the AR as you're psychoing, it usually pressures them enough to the point where they don't know what to do. So after that, I'm kind of shambles on mats, so I start looting up a little bit. I'm heading to zone, it's really far away. But this guy shoots at me and I get a little bit annoyed, so I shoot back. And then I realize I have a perfect plan to kill him really fast, just hiding behind this hill and then pumping him as he comes around the corner. But it didn't end as fast as I wanted it to, and then a lot went downhill. And this game was ridiculous. I get pushed by like 4 people on the far edge of zone as zone is pulling across the map. When you get in a situation like this, you need to end the fight as fast as possible and with taking as little damage as possible. You need to be on your A game during these fights. You want to be collecting as many white heals as possible, like bandages, fish, stuff like that. This right here, I cannot believe I freaking get RPG'd by the AI, dude. There's no way. But anyway, in this situation, even though the zone was pulling across map, I was able to survive pretty easily because I got in a boat. And when you're in a boat and you're in the storm, you can fish the fishing spots with the boat and get small fry out of it, which makes it pretty easy to survive because you get 25 health from each small fry pretty quickly. And yeah, I figured there'd be someone waiting on edge of zone for me since the river was flowing downhill towards that side of zone, and there was someone there, and I got in and then based up and then won the fight real quick. Then I'm rotating in, looking around for people that might spray at me, trying to get in safely. I get on the supply drop, free supply drop for me, love that. Got some movement out of it, crash pads, and got a med kit. Beautiful. This dude on the mountain kept spraying at me. Anytime I left my box, he'd spray at me, even when he was way over there. Like, Vance was ridiculous. But once he finally went over the mountain, I went all the way far over here, got to dead side of zone. And dead side of zone is basically the side of zone where the least amount of players are. And there was no one down here whatsoever. So I just farm up some of the mats. I got a big pot over here, lucky me. And I'm in a really good spot, and I just gotta chill here for now. I see somebody die over in the middle of the water, and if I went immediately to get that loot, that would not have gone well, but I waited a bit, and it seems like everyone forgot I was there, so I snuck over there, got a perfect refresh on my mats, and then got into zone safely. And then I looked to the far side of zone because there's a lot of people still rotating in, and I just apply some pressure, make it difficult for them, weaken their mats, weaken their health, and I actually pick up a kill here. And so I know all that loot is over there, and so when I'm rotating this, I wanted to wait a little bit because height might have shot at me if I went right away, but when I rotate it, I try to land on the loot, and I get another free refresh. He had a ton of bouncers for me, so that's awesome. I was able to get ahead of storm and then crank up to height. Amazingly enough, there was somebody literally building a sky base, but knocked him down, and then I held height for a while. When you're on height, you want to mainly focus whoever's second closest to height. You want to spray them as much as you can so that they drop down, and then everybody's at low ground just fighting each other, and you're on top chilling, spraying down, getting some free kills. But yeah, main goal when you're on height is to maintain high ground, stay ahead of zone. If you have bouncers, maybe just bouncer across zone and then build up to height again. It'll save mats and take away the risk of getting shot out. And just keeping pressure on low ground as much as you can, trying to get as many kills as you can. You also want to look out for people that might peek at you with a sniper or try to get a beam on you when you're just over peeking. Those are the biggest things, because there's been a lot of times where I'm just spraying from height and I don't stop spraying to like look around, and then eventually I just get sprayed at from low ground somewhere. Someone hiding behind a wall. But yeah, I just kind of vibe out for the rest of this end game. I'm just like PGing players. But yeah, let me know if you guys like this video. Let me know in the comments and drop a like and sub if you're new. I haven't done a video like this yet, where I just kind of commentate over full games. So let me know what you think of this. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.